especially by the fact that I think it is wonderful for Iran, the #1 state sponsor of terror, to have a nuclear weapon, because they have one thing in common: low IQs. They're stupid people like millions. Their families know it, and everyone else knows it too. Look at the map. Look at the record. They don't have what it takes, and they never did. They've all been thrown off television, lost their shows, and aren't even invited on TV because nobody cares about them. They're famous and will say anything necessary for some free and cheap publicity. Now they think they get some clicks because they have third-rate podcasts, but nobody's talking about that, and their views are the opposite of MAGA. Or I wouldn't have won the presidential election in a landslide. MAGA agrees with me and just gave CNN 100% approval rating of Trump, not hand-flailing fools like Tucker Carlson, who couldn't even finish college. He was a broken man when he got fired from Fox, and he's never been the same. Perhaps he should see a good psychiatrist. Or Megyn Kelly, who nastily asked me the now famous only Rosie O'Donnell question, or crazy Candace Owens, who accuses the highly respected First Lady of France of being a man when she is not, and will hopefully win lots of money in the ongoing lawsuit. Actually, to me, the First Lady of France is a far more beautiful woman than Candace. In fact, it's not even close. Or bankrupt Alex Jones, who says some of the dumbest things and lost his entire fortune, as he should have, for his horrendous attack on the families of the Sandy Hook shooting victims, ridiculously claiming it was a hoax. These so-called pundits are losers, and they always will be. Now fake news CNN, the failing New York Times, and all of the other radical left news organizations are hailing them and giving them positive press for the first time in their lives. They're not MAGA, they're losers, just trying to latch on to MAGA. As president, I could get them on my side anytime I want to, but when they call, I don't return their calls because I'm too busy on world and country affairs, and after a few times, they go nasty, just like Marjorie Trader Brown. But I no longer care about that stuff. I only care about doing right for our country. MAGA is about winning and strength and not allowing Iran to have nuclear weapons. MAGA is about making America great again. And these people have no idea how to do that, but I do, because the United States is now the hottest country anywhere in the world. An illegal alien criminal from Haiti who was released into our country by the worst president in history, crooked Joe Biden, and the radical Democrats in Congress just beat an innocent woman to death with a hammer at a gas station in Florida. The video of her brutal slaying is one of the most vicious things you will ever see. This animal was allowed to stay here because the Biden administration granted him and all Haitians temporary protective status, a massively abused and fraudulent program which my administration is working to terminate. But deranged liberal district court judges are standing in our way. This one killing should be enough for these radical judges to stop impeding my administration's immigration policies and allow us to end this scam. Once and for all, to my fellow Republicans, and frankly your common sense Americans, never forget that Joe Biden and the Democrat Party turned the United States of America into a dumping ground, allowing tens of millions of criminals, electrics, and the mentally insane from all over the world to pour into our country, totally embedded and unchecked through our wide open borders. As I've said all along, if you import the third world, you become the third world, and that is what happened over the 4 years of Democrat control. We are rapidly trying to reverse this decline through deportations. But if the Democrats are ever given another chance at power, they will immediately reopen the border and allow America to once again be a safe haven for criminals. Please say a prayer for this innocent woman's family. We will ensure quick and severe justice is served in this case. I don't recommend you watch this tape because it is so terrible, but felt I had an obligation to put it up so that people can see what Democrats are protecting and wanting to come into our country. Even now, after all we've been through again, viewer discretion advised, not for children. He'd have an auto pen follow him. Remember Joe Biden? He didn't sign. He was incapable of signing his name, so they follow him around with this big machine. You know what it was called? An auto pen. But he had the auto pen sign for it. He'd take